friends, it's Maria Robinson. Thanks for joining me today. So in today's video, I want to show you how to make a retro looking card. It's retro because, well, it's got these kind of swirls on it, and I'll show you anyway, and you'll see what I mean. So let's get the camera turned down so we can get started. Oh, and stick around because at the end, I'll also share this great tip with you about die cutting intricate dies. You'll want to see it. Hang on. So isn't this paper gorgeous? It's called Design a Daydream, and you can get it as a host reward from the annual catalog. It's beautiful, and it's such a big pack. There's 48 sheets, 12 by 12, 4 of each design. I think it's gorgeous, and as normal, it's double-sided. So you got your flowers on the front, some geometric patterns, really, really pretty. Bicycles, stripes. I mean, gorgeous paper. Love it, love it. The colors are just so vibrant. So that's one of the papers that we'll be using in today's cards. And that can be found in the back of the catalog. You can earn it as a host reward. And it's $18. So it's really great. Also, so let me just show you the cards quickly that we'll be making today. So aren't these cool? So this is kind of the retro look, and this is so fun. You will actually be able to make 3 cards at one time by the way I'll show you how to die cut the circles. So isn't that pretty though? I love how these turned out. And these are so these are actually practice cards that I made, but for practice cards, not bad, right? I used retired designer series papers. So cool cards. Love them, love them. All right, so what you'll need is basic white cardstock. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored in the center at 4 1/4. You will need a piece of designer series paper. This is cut at I think 4 inches by 5 1/4. I don't know if I went 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because I usually do that just so there's not too much white showing. That's what I may have done here. No, 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, 4 by 5 1/4. A strip of, this is optional. I mean, I had leftover pieces. This will be going on the inside of the card, right along the bottom here. So the inside panel for the card is also 4 inches by 5 1/4. And this piece, I think, is 1/4 inch by 5 1/4. That's for the inside. Another piece for your sentiment, which is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4 inch. And then you'll need 3 pieces of colors of your choice. I am using Petal Pink, Old Olive, and Daffodil Delight. And these are cut down at 5.5 by 8.5. Reason that they're cut to that size is it will make it easier when I'm putting them through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then 2 pieces, again, I'm using Petal Pink, Old Olive. These will be for the floral elements that I have here on the front of the card. We have some grass fronds and then some weeds, I guess, or flowers. All right, so let's get started here. For my dies and stamp set, I will be using the Stylish Shape dies. We'll be using the circles. I'll be using the 3 largest circles. For the dies, the flower and the grass fronds, I'll be using this one here. And these are from the Honeybee Home and Honeybee die cut dies. This set is available in the annual catalog if you're interested. And if you are interested and don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I'd love to earn your business. So you can order through me. My website will be in the description below. And then we will also be using, this is a new stamp set. It's called Go To Greetings. It's absolutely fabulous. A lot of great greetings in here, different fonts and sizes. Really, really very versatile. So Go To Greetings. And that is available in the annual catalog. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start by cutting my pieces. Let's move some things aside here. Oh, if I can pick it up. All right, so what you want to do is, let me take this off. I don't need that right now. Place your paper on your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And depending on which one you're using will depend on your plates that you use. So for me, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, I have plate 1, plate 2. I'm using a Magic Mat, which is available at scrapbook.com. And then finally, plate 3 goes right on top. That's the clear plate. I also put a sheet of copy paper over that just to protect my work surface. Not my work surface, my cardstock, so that I don't get those little fragments in there. So place your dies, your circle dies, 1, 2, 3, in a line, so. We'll send it through the machine. And we'll be doing this 2 other times. Whoa, I almost shot off the desk. 2 other times with the green, the Old Olive, and the Daffodil Delight. Oh, looks like this one did not cut all the way through. I need to send that through again. It must have been, the paper must have been hanging off. So let's send that through again. If this ever happens to you where it doesn't die cut completely, like this one didn't, just place the die back over it and it will catch in those little grooves. And then you can just die cut the rest of it. I only needed to go in halfway because the rest of it was cut. I'm sure it did. Yes. Okay, good. And we'll do the Old Olive. So just by cutting these 3 circles, you will be able to make 3 cards. So it's really cool. Yeah, see, I see that again. All right, I don't think it's going to cut because my plate number 3 is not even on there. Oh, gosh, why that's happening. Let's see, maybe it did cut. Oh, see, I understand exactly what happened here. I didn't have my clear plate on it completely. That's why it keeps missing it. Right, let's just do that one more time. Once again, make sure I have that plate on there completely. Yes, I am human. I make mistakes. I know that shocks you all. All right, last one. Let's see if I can make that same mistake 3 times. 1, die 2, and die 3. You know, I want you to know, when I did this the first time, that didn't happen to me. Make sure that plate is on there completely. Hopefully it doesn't go shooting off the desk again. Okay. All right, let's see. Is it cut? Yes, all 3 are cut. Perfect. All right, we can put these away so I don't lose them. And then I'll save the other side and do that again at a later date. I'm just going to get all the die cutting out of the way. And we'll do the flowers and the, I'm going to put this on here, flip the plate over. I like to flip the plate over every once in a while so it doesn't get, you know, and then oh, I wanted to show you a trick with these, but I forgot. So, sorry. Let's see if it works anyway. Maybe I won't have to do it. So it involves using dryer sheets to die cut these intricate dies. Basically what you do is you lay your dryer sheet down, your cardstock on top, then put your die on top of that. So dryer sheet, cardstock, die, run it through, and what happens is these little pieces remain onto the dryer sheet, and then you just flick them off. So watch my video from last week and you'll see that, how I demonstrated it. All right, let's put this aside. I'm done with the die cutting. I like to get my dies put away right away because I have been known to lose them. Somehow they just disappear. I don't know how, but somehow they do. All right, so next what you want to do is you want to take these circles and you want to cut them in half. Now, what's nice, a nice thing about the Stampin' Up, the trimmer, is you've got these, let me zoom this in a little bit. Oops, that's out. Let me bring that in. So you've got these little bumps over here, right? When you put a circle in there, you know, you line them up in the bumps so that you're hitting right against those bumps there. The circle will be cut perfectly down the center. I found that out just by chance. I said, oh, I wonder if I put those in there. Let me zoom back out again. Bring this down a little so you can see what I'm talking about. So they're up against those two little bumps, right? And I have a Fisker's trimmer also that I tried this with, and it didn't work because it didn't have these little bumps. So these are great here. If you don't have a trimmer, Stampin' Up trimmer, definitely get one if you're, you know, especially for cutting circles like this, because it makes them perfectly cut in half. Now you have two equal circles, which is exactly what we want. All right, and then we'll continue doing that with the others. I'll speed up through this process so you don't watch me cutting each one. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to take all your pieces and arrange them. I like to do it by size and color. And then you'll start building your circles, your swirls, so that you'll get this effect, kind of like an S, right? I think that looks so cool though. I'll bring that over here. So you want to start with the smallest piece, and depending on what color you want to start with first, I'm going to start with Daffodil Delight. Then you'll want to take the next piece. I'm going to take the Old Olive, right? And then finally, and that's the middle size piece. Then you want to take the largest circle. So you've got this, right? Now you want to do the reverse. So we started with the Petal Pink. I want to take the smallest piece, and then I want the Old Olive, and lastly I will take the Daffodil Delight piece. And you'll notice when you put them down, they line up to create this cool swirl. And then to hide that mechanism, you would lay your sentiment strip over that, so then you don't see that. So we're going to do one. Another way that you could do these is, so that's one way. You can also put them like this. So these would go on. So if you're doing it with like this S, you would put it on a card that's going horizontal orientation, right? But let's say you want to do your card in portrait orientation. So you can easily change it up like so, and now you have a different look. Still cool though, it's got that little swirly thing going. So, all right, so I'm gonna put these together. And you'll want to use liquid glue because you'll probably have to move them around a little. So I like to start with this. You want to start with the smallest piece, line it up bottom edge, side edge, and that's why you want to use the liquid glue. Make sure that they're lined up properly on the back. You want to keep them nice and even, nothing hanging over. And then we'll do the same on this last piece. Again, the liquid glue allows you to move these pieces just in case you don't get it lined up correctly. Okay, then we'll do the other ones. So as I said, this is really cool because you have your elements here to create 3 cards very quickly and easily once you've got all your pieces cut out. And these go together very quickly. You know, it takes me a little time because I have tremors, and B, I'm explaining it as I go, so I'm stopping and doing things. So basically you want, you know, your pieces going opposite ways so that when they line up, you've got your yellow, your Daffodil Delight, your Old Olive, and your Petal Pink all lined up nice and pretty. So I'm going to set these aside because I don't need those. Now we can start putting this card together. So first I'll start by folding my card. And you've seen me doing this before. I like to line up, again, you know, all trimmers are different, but the Stampin' trimmer has this little lip here. So what I like to do is line it up with the other one over it. This way I am assured that I will get equal, this will be even. So just a little tip. Now we'll burnish the edge on here, just make it nice and crisp. All right. We'll put the Designer Series paper down. I hope you've been enjoying the video tutorials I've been sharing with you. If you have, make sure you give me a thumbs up and leave a comment for me. Oops, I almost put that on the inside. All right, which is the outside, which is the inside? This is the outside, yeah. See, I can't talk and glue things down because then I'll put them down incorrectly. All right, there we go. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. I love to read your comments. And I hope you give this a try. This would be perfect for any occasion. Be it Christmas, Thanksgiving if you send out cards, birthdays, anniversaries, just because. So now for this little strip that I'm putting down here, I'm going to add the glue on the bottom. Just makes it easier. And we'll put that there. All right, so that's that. So far, so good. And then I want to put one going this way and one going the other way. So what you want to do is line them up on your card front so that you know you've got equal spacing, both top and bottom, left and right. Again, this is where liquid glue is great. So what I do is I line them up, leaving one on as it moves. I'm going to add glue to the back of the other one. Place it down. I'm happy. Good. And then do the same with the other piece. And those stylish shape dies just give it a little extra element of interest by adding the stitching all around. I think that looks extra cool. Like so. So that's the front of the card. And then we'll add our greeting. Let's stamp it. I'm using Blackberry Bliss and Petal Pink. No, not Petal. Yes, Petal Pink. I get confused between Petal Pink and Blushing Bride because they're so similar. But this is Petal Pink that I'm using. And I've chosen Happy Birthday. So I want to stamp it down first, make sure it's straight. And it looks straight, good. And then decide, I think I want to come with the greeting over to the right. But I want to leave a little space so I could put my embellishments. Perfect. Then the other decision is, do we want to put the die cut elements on the top of the card? Or do we want to go underneath it? I mean, if I did both ways on the other 3 cards that I made, I think I'm going to go over top of these though. I think I like that better. And just look at it one more time. Put that here. Place those on top. Yeah, I think I like it better on top. Okay, so you don't want to use dimensionals on this because this is already pretty elevated, so you don't want this to be elevated as well. But you want to add a good amount of liquid glue to the back side because you don't want it popping up. Just line that right up in the center and it will be edge to edge. Okay, we can close this glue up. I'm going to use my fine tip glue for the fronds and the flowers. Really, I think I just need to add to the bottom, but we'll add to the top just in case. We'll lay our grass down first. And then we'll put the flowers over top, like so. Hold that down just a second. I should have added some glue on the top part over here, and I didn't. There we go. Let's press that down a second. There you go. All right, now we'll add some embellishments. I'm using the brushed brass butterflies. I'll take one of the larger ones here. I think I'll put that right here. Looks pretty. And then I'm going to be using the gold adhesive back swirls. Now I understand that you can color these with your Stampin' blends. I haven't tried that yet. If I can get them out of here, right? There we go. Add one over here. And I think I'll add another one over on this side here. So there you have it. Very easy, and you'll be able to make 3 cards just by doing the one cut with each piece of cardstock, different colored cardstock. But isn't that beautiful? And it's so cool. I just love the way this looks. So it's funny, after I did this, I picked up my Stylish Shape dies, right? And I was like, oh, I wonder what that would look like if you use the squares. So stay tuned. I'll be showing you another one soon. I'll be playing around with that and let you know what it looks like. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you give it a try. Please be sure to leave me some love. Thumbs up would be awesome. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, but you enjoy watching what I've been showing you, think about subscribing. I'd love to have you. And additionally, if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you'd like to order some of these products that I showed to you today, absolutely, my website will be in the description below. You can place an order. I'd love to have you as a customer. I always thank my customers by sending them a thank you gift and a thank you card. So gang, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Until next Tuesday, happy stamping. Bye.